So hey, I thought I would sit down and talk to you guys a little bit about the half marathon. I'm going to write an actual recap post, but I thought I'd check in with y'all and let you know how I've been doing. So as I'm pretty sure you all are already aware, yesterday I ran the Flying Pig half marathon. I didn't finish in the time that I thought I would. I was actually about 25 minutes slower than I had planned, but the heat index was a little bit higher than anticipated. Erica and I both agreed that it was a lot hotter than what we had planned for, especially since we started training in January when it was 36, 40 degrees in the morning. There were definitely some 28-degree mornings and ice storms. So we were definitely not prepared for it to be 75 degrees with 85% humidity. That was one of my downfalls. But overall, it was a great race. There was entertainment at almost every single mile of the 13-mile course. My favorite part was honestly rounding the corner at the end of the race and coming into the finish line. At that point, every single joint in my body was sore. I had been running for almost 3 hours, and I was just ready to be done. So it was pretty exciting for me to go out and actually do what I'd set out to do, which is run a half marathon. It's pretty exciting. The crowd at the start was incredible. I was actually really surprised at how late the corrals started to fill up. The one interesting thing that I found was that people were really, really careful in checking your bib to make sure that you were in the right corral. Incidentally, Erica and I were put into separate corrals. When we went to the expo to pick up our bibs, we found out that I was in Corral E, she was in a couple corrals behind me. But fortunately, the day of the race, we were able to move me back into the same corral as her so we could start the race together. We ended up separating in the middle of the race, but ultimately between my walking and her walking, we ended up catching up with each other for the last 3 miles. So it was really, really awesome to have Erica with me as I crossed the finish line for my first half. Not gonna lie, when the starting pistol went off, when they announced that it was go time, I did actually sit down, take a couple steps back, take a few deep breaths, and realize that, this was it. I was going to be running a half marathon. It was the most incredible feeling I think I've experienced since I started training, was knowing that all of my training, all of the preparation, all of the long runs, all of the sweat, all of the tears, all of the pain, it had all boiled down to this moment. And in this moment, I was going to see if I could finish this race, if I could accomplish this race and do what I'd set out to do. And ultimately, when I crossed the finish line almost 3 hours later, I was thrilled to say that I did. I finished it, which is really what I set out to do. I know in the beginning I had a time goal, but between training, some injuries, some illness, ultimately it boiled down to me just kind of deciding about 8 weeks ago, about halfway through training, that honestly at this point in time I just really wanted to finish the half. And that's what I did. I finished it. I got my medal. I know I can do it. And midway through the race yesterday, when my knees hurt, my feet hurt, my ankles hurt, everything hurt, and I was just counting the steps to the next water station, I thought that I wouldn't want to do another half marathon, and today I'm sitting down scrolling through websites looking for another half to run. So as I said to my friends on my Facebook page, I was like, my knees hurt. I still need to ice them. Yesterday I didn't think I wanted to run another one, and today I do. So hopefully this is the start of something new, something fun, and something amazing, and maybe next time I'll be able to beat my time by 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes. I know that in the race yesterday I could have pushed myself a lot harder. I could have finished faster, but ultimately I'm proud of the fact that I went out there, I set out to run, I set out to finish it, and that's what I did. So hopefully within the next couple of hours I will have that awesome race recap up for you. But for now, I just wanted to check in and let you guys know that I did it. I finished the half marathon, and I couldn't be prouder. But I will catch you guys later. See you soon.